Hello everyone and welcome back to Project Zomboid. Today we're gonna go clear out the neighborhood next door to see if we can find any more of those tarot books or whatever loot we can find. And I'll also clean out some of the parent zombies that keep wandering over. We're gonna take the Hummer. I didn't even start to empty out the truck from the last escapades. Plus I gotta put the front end back on it, and yeah. Anywho, so we're gonna grab it and head out. The weather of this map this time of year, it's raining, it's snowing, and then it's raining again. Yeah. Always struggle with the wooden doors, but off to the neighborhood we go. Real quick, little swamp, and you can tell I didn't do much since the last game. Last game. Last time we played, the zombie prevention cure, or I guess you can say it, was actually just wore out of my system. We really got back to the base and just logged off and never come back on here lately. Head on down to the neighborhood. And of course, to see this random zombie. I was hoping it was like a book one, but it wasn't. It was just a standard Zed with an empty duffel bag, which is kind of disappointing. So off to the neighborhood. I like to clear the whole right side of it this time, from Crow Court, maybe down the street into the corner, and a little bit more. That's my goal. So, and there's not that many zombies in this neighborhood left, but there is a few still held up in the houses. But I'm just gonna try to do every 4 to 5 houses and then empty the loot, pick up the flyers, because the artwork on the flyers is actually really impressive. Now I come to the first house here. He obviously has been busted in. My audio is down. I go to check my audio and the game crashed. And so the recording paused. I got the game booted back up. I cleared like 2 or 3 more houses and even a survivor house with the recording paused. So that's why there's that little jump to the X's. Yeah, I realized it after the fact that I wasn't recording after the crash. So I move the truck up, I go in, but I do... What I got was like 3 standard paper schematics for like tire armor, chain armors, just little tiny survivability stuff that I really don't need with the amount of military gear I have for backup and storage. So yeah, still cool, but not. Survival schematic, and there's 2 more. They kind of get lost in my inventory here. I start to panic, but the armor schematics, they group together, but they have different pieces of paper. I do eventually find them. Yeah, an armor schematic. It's nothing really special, but special enough. Hey, it's something I didn't know beforehand. Now I am probably going to add. I was looking at the new mods that are updated because I kind of stepped away from this game for quite a bit. But anyway, there's a mod about a skill journal. If you craft a skill journal and you die, your new character can play on the same map and just pretty much pick up where you left off. You get all your skills, all your passive skills, everything. So it's kind of like a reset with a new character. I might use it. I'm going to install it. I don't know if I'm going to enable it, because there is a city mod down bottom in the forest area that it's not on this playthrough. The mod's installed, but obviously the seed was generated and it's not involved. I really want that city involved, so I don't think I'm going to be playing the same map if I happen to die with this character. We're going to start over. It's going to suck, but it is what it is. With that little rant out of the way, going to house, clearing, picking up food, picking up condiments, anything of worth value. Don't really get nothing too crazy off of these first couple houses. It does pick up later on, though. A lot of CDs. I've been finding a lot of CDs, and I don't know why I made it my goal to collect CDs. Really would love to find some paper clips so I can get that turret. Would love to find the 7.62 or the 9mm turret because they use standard ammo and I don't have to craft it. And that would be so good. To find a zombie. Gotta remove the glass before I jump in. But it seems to be just the one. Pepper anise, because I can make bread, I can make pretzel buns, and they're a pretty good source of calories. I do need to watch the weight on my character. Yeah, I'm like 90 or 85 or something like that. Yeah, I need to go back to the diet of eggs and lose some weight on my character. Now, when I go to a truck to empty the loot, you're gonna find that I jump skip a lot every time I go to the truck, because again, inventory management, which is Project Zomboid's bulletin number 2 of survival, is repetitive and boring. Best of the Bojangles? Is that an actual thing? I don't know. And mark off the houses and move on. This house, not really much to clear. There's a bookshelf. It did survive. And a couple other things, but it has nothing on the bookshelf that we're looking for. Again, looking for those turrets, 9mm or 7.62. Really want those. Little closet zombie. Crowbar. Never have enough crowbars. Box of sparklers. Art of War. And I do hesitate, but I decided to, for some reason it wasn't letting me dismantle with the handy knife. I need an actual screwdriver, and I didn't bring one. But I started picking up all electronics because why not? It's free XP. Now, I could have just made a quick left and parked it, but I didn't. I swing the Hummer up and back down to stir up if there is anything in these houses. That's the main reason why I do it. I do the little extra drives. Still not anything that we're looking for. Another crowbar. A jug of vinegar and wood glue. Never knows. The chips I will eat right now. Because why not? Don't even check the bathroom. No point, really. I have enough medical supplies to choke an army, but I'm still collecting them for some reason. Comic books. Energy from the Sun book. I think I have one. See, I did find another book. I found a turret book, but it's the wrong one. It's the one I know that I was crouching out of frustration Strike the 30mm and 20mm autocannon. But that proves the fact. All the military checkpoints, I haven't found a single one of these books. But in rich people's houses, I find books to make your own turret. Makes no bloody sense. Now I do hear a buddy. Not anymore. But apparently they were playing beer pong before the end of the world. A step fan. I'll take it. Cordless phone, microphone, good XP. I should have grabbed that brochure. I really need to make a point to go and look through all my brochures and look at them so they get a check mark, so I don't stop picking up like duplicates and triplets and quadruplets. Some of the flyer artwork, even the new ones they add, is really brilliant, so I can't just pass it up. I need to look at I need to gather them. But looky here, we find a heavy cannon. This is for the flak in the 60mm. Again, literally next door, another make your own turret book. Really need to hope I find the 9mm in this neighborhood. I might do a chunk of it off camera, and we'll hit something else up for the next recorded episode. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I will record it, and if it's worthwhile, I'll do another voiceover like I'm doing right now. But claw hammer, ice stick. I do find a screwdriver, so I can start ripping apart electronics and getting the free XP. Eat some beans, throw the can on the ground. Don't need it. Padded pants. Again, don't need it. Starting to sleep, so I start popping some caffeine pills. I forgot how little they help you. Like, you need to eat like half the bottle for you to actually start doing something. But then, since I have a screwdriver, I start to dismantle the televisions for a nice chunk of electrical XP. That was a long window opening session. I'm not going to cut that out. Neat and Tiny teaches the organized trait. Again, and here's another one. It's for the 20 and 30mm. I already read it, but still. I thought 3 out of the 4 houses that we just checked have it. And so maple syrup, and I really hope one of the many houses I have left has the book we're looking for. And then this will begin the journey to build so many of those. So we got our first little village visitor there, coming up from the bottom. At least we're starting to make some noise and brings them in. Kind of odd if I'm just close to Louisville and everything and there's nobody coming over. But granted, a lot of them went towards the checkpoint from me doing the helicopter and the on foot clearings. So with that all tucked in, it's time to go on the map and mark it out. Now, I get curious about the road next to it. I'm like, does that lead down to like that military place? Newsflash, it doesn't. It leads down to the fence, and nothing's there. Like, there's like 2 wrecked cars. That's it. So, back to the house clearing we go. Alright, we got 2 dead bodies. It's a shame to see them, but kind of expect it in the world-ending situation. Some people choose to go out on their own terms, but still a shame. Notes, but you can't read them. You can put the rest together yourselves. What happened? I haven't come across any hidden weaponry in the floorboards this playthrough. Probably up in Riverside. That's usually where I always found them. Speaking of, I spent like 2 minutes in that town. There's so much on this map to find. Delicious Meals magazine. I'd take it just in case. Give it a little tappy tap. I'm like, okay, there is somebody in here. Always the bathroom zombie. Always the bathroom zombie. Kind of makes sense in a sense that you're turning into a zombie, you're sick. And where do most people go when they're sick in their home is the bathroom. So a couple more VHS tapes. I don't think I'm gonna need them. I know I left a lot in the police station, so. Even that town, it'd be cool to make a base there, but after clearing it, it's just an empty town. So. So, we're gonna go around, check that, get some visitors from behind me, which is also another good sign that they're starting to filter out. Now, I don't know where that zombie's coming from. It could have been next. Oh, there blow. There we go. And again, nothing really jumps out. Besides some electronics and some chocolate milk, which I'm just gonna drink right away. And goodbye, television. Toolbox. Box of fishing hooks. I'll take it just because I haven't really seen a box of fishing hooks. So, we'll go with that. And some very quick inventory management and eat the pickle. No, I'm not quoting the pickle lady from Choo Choo Charles. That performance can just stay with that voice actress. This place is kind of shredded from its inhabitants, but I don't really find anything useful. Back to the truck, dump these off. Another section down. Now, judging as I cleared like almost 3 blocks, I am asking myself if I want to keep going. And I do notice more and more windows are busted out, which means there is zombies there. But I'm like, ooh, look at all these. It's weird I could shoot over the fence, but I didn't notice that when I was walking out of the building there. I do later on, but I want to try to tow that Jeep home. And that brings me to another mod I'm going to put on called Effortlessly Towing. I'm really tired, and it comes with a key too. I didn't even try to start it. I just decided to tow it because I needed to get back to my house anyway, or to the bunker. And I don't understand how the best towing vehicle is a station wagon because it has the most horsepower by like 25. Or something with 400 horsepower can't tow worth a damn, and 425 you can like just tow at 50 miles an hour in this game. Does not make sense. This is a diesel, well, it should be diesel Hummer. I should be able to tow a freaking Jeep in neutral. But no, I have to do the whole ram and tug all the way back to the bunker. Finally, back at the bunker. You know what? Don't even care anymore. That was a ridiculous freaking trip. I hate towing in this game. Definitely putting that mod on. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this here. I don't care. Left outside. We're gonna put the Hummer inside and call it a day. I have the truck to clean out. I have the Hummer to clean out. And I will another time. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. Next episode, I don't know if we're going to clear out more buildings or we're going to go try to cause some more trouble somewhere else in a more populated area. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you all on the next one. Later.